Yes, Jonathan, yes. Debbie deserves more of these slaps. Now that it seems as if you are in a slapping competition, give it to Debbie. But wait a minute. Did Benny just slap the father? No wonder they said you shouldn't provoke your junior ones because you will be surprised of what their reaction will be. Even if Benny will not intentionally want to slap the father, she was provoked. I mean, how can you meet somebody beating your own daughter or fighting your own daughter in your own house, and then you go about slapping your daughter in front of the person? I don't understand. Instead of you to try to find out what the situation is, you went about slapping your daughter in front of them. What are you trying to prove? Is this how you are going to protect your daughter? It's indeed a big shame that after all this bad advice and evil doings of Emeka, he does not have strength to fight. You can see how Jonathan literally beat up Emeka as if he was a baby. I love this battle. Like, let them keep doing it because Emeka deserves more blow, just like what Jonathan did to Debbie. He deserves more blow. He has done a lot. He has really damaged this family. But hold on a bit. Has Jonathan eventually turned to a vampire? Because I can see he was trying to bite off Emeka's finger. This is not even funny at all. It's indeed so funny how Kenneth sat down there and watched Jonathan beat up Emeka like a baby. I know in his mind he will be like, yes, this is what I want. But again, just like Benny said, this is medicine after death. If the interview that Hanks granted wasn't going to do anything, then why is everybody talking about it? You see, sometimes things are better done the right way. If only Clara and Jonathan will look inward to the circle of friends that they have, they will discover that the people that are really trying so hard to destroy this family are within. One wrong friend is worse than 10 established enemies. But Jonathan will not know because he is so consumed by bad and negative advice from Emeka himself. I wonder how Clara is going to react when she finds out that the husband slapped Benny because of Debbie and the fact that Debbie came to the house to fight the daughter. I wonder how her reaction is going to be because it's going to be another severe battle again between Debbie and Clara. Maybe, just maybe, Debbie will eventually tell us the reason why she has made a vow to destroy Clara's home. Hanks has to grant an interview just for the sake of Benny because it turns out that people are beginning to harass Benny even on the street. Hans, on the other hand, has nothing to lose. He can travel to any country of his choice. But what happens to Benny? This is how to know the kind of person that Hans is. He is not somebody that will watch somebody or people get hurt for something that they know nothing about. He granted the interview so that he can explain exactly what happened, even though the public will not believe him. At least let him try just for the sake of Benny. And when the interviewer asked him about everything, because the whole evidence is pointing to him that he actually did what they're accusing him of. I mean, it's so hard to believe that you barge into the room, you saw Benny naked as well as Hanks, and then Hanks is coming to claim that he didn't do anything with the little girl. It will be so hard to believe, even though it's actually true that Hanks was attacked and this whole thing was just stage managed. I mean, the whole thing is just hard to believe. Hanks went ahead to explain what happened, how he got the same text message showing that she was in trouble and she needed help. All right. And how he got there and somebody attacked him. And that was the last thing he remembered. So the question now is, who did that to Benny? And who also sent the text messages to the three of them? We already know who did that, but the public don't even know what is happening, right? So whosoever is planning this whole thing actually did a good job because he sent the same text messages to all of them. Because if that was supposed to be a scam, the parent got scammed as well. I mean, all of them got scammed. Hanks made a vow that he's going to do everything to protect that little girl. His business is not even what he's concerned about or his reputation, but he's going to do everything humanly possible to protect that little girl. While Clara and Benny were watching the interview, Benny got so emotional. I wish my dad could do this. I wish my dad could do this because this guy is so intentional. He is so focused and intentional, which is very true. Hans will go any length to make sure he protect the reputation of this little girl. He got back home so tired and exhausted. And as a good mother, the mother went to him and said, "Oh, my son, you did very well. I just watched your interview. You did good. You did good. At least that little girl reputation will be protected." But then Hans went ahead to tell her that over time, some people lately have been harassing the little girl, which is very, very troublesome. That alone can cause Benny to, be under emotional trauma, because how can people on the street just want to harass her because they feel that is what she is into, that she's not into, sleeping around, and everybody wants to, not knowing that Emeka and Debbie are the real masterminders of all that is going on. Hanks went ahead to tell the mother, "Mom, I wish that Clara and Jonathan will look inward and see the circle of friends that they have. They will begin to find out that whosoever is planning all this whole thing is somebody from, within." All right. Because one bad friend is worse than 10 established enemies, because you already know who your enemies are, and you will have a way of working with them so that they won't have an opportunity to hurt you. But if you don't know who your enemy is and they happen to be so close to you, they can actually destroy you within a twinkle of an eye. But it's so unfortunate that Clara don't even know that Debbie is her enemy. They don't even know that Emeka is enemy to Jonathan, and the two of them are working together to make sure that they completely destroy this family for good. Emeka got to Jonathan's house and they were all discussing this whole thing, that your rival has actually granted an interview just to prove what is he trying to prove? Now, if the so-called interview that Hans granted wasn't going to do anything, why is Emeka interested in it? He is only interested because he heard Hans talk about arresting somebody. Now he is scared that he might be arrested. But then he told Jonathan that your daughter is not even innocent. She is guilty. I mean, why did she go to that hotel to meet Hans? It is obvious that she is also doing what, they accuse her of doing. She's not innocent. Even when Jonathan kept on telling him, "Listen, don't talk about my daughter like that. She didn't do anything." And even when Kenneth again was also supporting Jonathan to tell Emeka that, "Look, that girl is innocent." And Hans again has nothing to lose. He can travel out, he can go anywhere. But what will now happen to Benny, the little girl? People will keep harassing her because they will feel that she is into sleeping around. So what are you even talking about? According to Emeka, Hans will use her and dump her just the way he did to the mother. And that got Jonathan very, very upset. "Why can you call my wife a harlot, including my own daughter?" And then he gave Emeka a very dirty blow on the face. Emeka stood up to fight with Jonathan. And this is where this whole thing became very funny. These are two best friends. Remember that Jonathan cannot do anything without Emeka. He prefers to take advice from Emeka than to take advice from Kenneth that is willing to support him. Now the two best friends are in a battle right now. You can see how strong Jonathan is. He's beating up Emeka like a baby. So the question is, so after all this, Emeka does not have strength to fight. Emeka is so lazy. Can you see? He cannot even fight back with, Jonathan. But Jonathan went ahead to chop off Emeka's finger. How did Jonathan become a vampire to, want to eat up Emeka's finger? I don't understand what exactly is going on. It shows how frustrated Jonathan truly is. This Emeka has really frustrated Jonathan. He has lost everything. So he's unleashing all the anger and everything that he has been holding inside. He has decided to unleash it on Emeka. And I'm so glad that Emeka had to take it. In fact, he deserves more of this. I am very sure that Emeka will receive more of this when Jonathan will eventually find out that he has been the one behind all of this thing all along. So while Benny was trying to clean up the compound, Debbie walked in and started saying stuff that are very, very, so uncalled for to Benny. And according to her, Hanks has gone to grant an interview just to protect you. So what is he going to benefit from this, right? He wants to keep on using you. Can you imagine? Why would Debbie just walk into this compound and start saying all of these things to this girl? She hasn't done anything wrong to you. How do you want to allow evil to consume you up to a point that you don't even know when you start saying evil things to people? But I'm so glad that Benny put it to her You are a very bad woman. You have been walking around trying to destroy this family. In fact, you are the reason why my family has been destroyed, and it is only a matter of time, and everything, all the secrets will be exposed. Now she is concerned. How did she know I'm the one doing this? Now she wants to know the secret that will be exposed. Don't you worry. When the police will, get involved, you and Emeka will serve the terms. Now, it is not only that you came in to say bad things to her. When she responded back to Debbie, Debbie slapped the girl, and she could not help it but to slap Debbie back. I mean, what is the meaning of that? She is not your child. How can you come here, disrespect her, and also beat her? All because of what? If you are a friend to the mother, I don't understand. But it was more shocking when the father, Jonathan, came out and saw Debbie fighting Benny, the daughter, in his own house, right? Instead of Jonathan to actually come to, resolve this issue. When Benny opened her mouth to say that she is evil and that she's here to destroy, in fact, is the reason why everything. I don't even understand why Jonathan will raise his head to hit the daughter in front of Benny, in front of Debbie. I don't understand. But it was so shocking to me again that Benny slapped the father. You see, do not provoke people because you will be shocked at their reactions. Even if Benny will not want to slap the father, she has been provoked that the father is beating her in front of somebody who is destroying the family instead of protecting her. You can imagine how this whole thing is panning out. Not just that, Debbie decided to provoke Jonathan by telling him that he has failed as a husband and has also failed as a father. How do you want the public to see you? And Jonathan could not help himself but to slap, Debbie and warn her, gave her a serious warning. Don't you dare come to my house and give, suggestions about me. You can't come here and just say anything you want to say to me because I give you opportunity to do so. You can't disrespect me in my own house. This is what Debbie deserves. I was hoping that she would receive more of these slaps so that at least she can stay away from this family. Stay away, just like what he did to Emeka, he was supposed to do it to Debbie, so that she will understand that this whole thing is not even good enough for them. But we will see what Debbie and Emeka, because I know that their plans will, go to another level. Having discovered that these people are no longer smiling with them, they might want to do the worst. But we'll find out about it on the next episode. Please like the video if you have not liked the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. I will bring the next episode as soon as a drop. But for now, take care.